This is a video to show stepping through the grades setup wizard now that the automatically release final grade option is default set to on. So your gradebook, the first time you log in, will prompt you with beginning the setup wizard. You hit start here. And then it just goes through your choices. If you prefer a weighted gradebook where you have categories with weights, or a point total gradebook where you figure out your points, you can make the choice. And then this, where it says final grade released, it's the calculated final grade versus the adjusted final grade. D2L recommends calculated final grade to be the setting you leave it at. And then this automatically released final grade is checked. You do have the ability to uncheck it, but again, it's recommended that you leave that checked so that students can see their final grade in your course. If you uncheck this, it means that the students will only be able to see the grades that are calculated for each individual assignment, but not their overall final grade. So they won't be able to really assess where they are in the course and how their performance is easily. Okay, grade calculations. Dropping ungraded items means that they will not count as a zero, so that a student will not see a failing grade at the very beginning of the term when you've populated all the grades already, but they can't possibly have completed them yet. This is, again, the recommended setting in order to help students have a true grasp of where they are in the course. Otherwise, students are failing till very late in the course, and that's difficult for them to stay motivated and to figure out how they're doing. Some instructors do choose to leave treating ungraded items as zeros for specific reasons, but this is the recommended setting. And again, this is keeping the final grade updated, so that's automatically updating that final grade that students are seeing every time you enter grades for them. And then this is your choice of grade scale. The percentage is the default. And this is the one that matches what is on the syllabus template, this percentage grade scale. This is up to you if you want decimal places to display or not, and how many of them. And these are the student view display options, so check or uncheck what you want them to see: points grade, grade scale symbol, grade scheme color. So that allows them to see, the red if they're not doing well versus the green. Again, decimal places to display for the student view, characters to display of the text items. So if you are prone to having very long assignment titles, you might need to increase this number. And then display final grade calculation to user again. And then this just summarizes all the settings that you have chosen. So then you hit finish there. And now it's ready for you to create your grade items and categories. Okay, so after you've finished your gradebook setup wizard, then anytime after that you come into grades, it is going to take you to manage grades. But if I want to review the settings that I made previously, here you can see this final calculated grade column has an eyeball next to each of these students. So as they complete work and I enter their grades, they will see their grade, the final calculated one. Now, if for some reason you find that you need to manipulate that for an individual student or a group of students, maybe you're in the middle of making a lot of grade adjustments and you don't want them to be confused for a few days, or whatever the case is, you can adjust this setting. So if you go to, on this final calculated grade, go to grade all, and then you have the option here to release or unrelease. Now, you can see that they're released from these check marks. So if you're doing the whole class, you check the top box here, it selects everyone. Make sure that this per page is larger than your number of students, or you won't catch all of them. If you only have 10 per page and you have 15 students, your final 5 students will not be selected. So that's something to be aware of. So I've selected them all, and now I can hit release or unrelease. And there it unreleased them. So if I save this and close it, Now you can see the eyeball has a line through it, indicating that it is no longer visible. Now, one quick way to fix this when you're ready to release again is up here. You can just hit Release All, and then Yes. And now they're all released. Save and close. Yes. And now the eyeball is back. So I finished making my adjustments. Everybody's correct, and I want them to be able to see it. And that is releasing and unreleasing the grades within the actual gradebook when you're in the Enter Grades area.